Hello everyone, welcome to our review of the April 2022 Polestar 2 real-world driver data. To all my regular viewers and subscribers, welcome back, good to have you with us. If you are new here, welcome. Here you will find a monthly review of real-world data submitted by Polestar 2 drivers on the website at polestardriver.com. We are approaching 150,000 miles in the database over a period of 20 months and covering almost 2,500 real-world trips. Our current report contains 45 pages of data and graphs, breaking down the trip data into a number of different items such as temperature, distance of the trip, if the air conditioner was on or off, and whether what the setting of your one-pedal driving was, whether it was off, low or in standard settings. All of this data is available in the report at polestardriver.com/reports, and I'll put the link in the description below. Most of the report is self-explanatory. However, if you do have any questions, please post them in the comments below and I'll take a look and provide further information as required. If you would like to support this effort, please consider adding your trips either via the website or by using the journey log data which is available in the car. There's a video to explain how to submit your journey log data, for which I will also leave a link in the description. Also, please like this video, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell to be informed when next month's video becomes available. Okay, enough of the housekeeping. Let's look at the April 2022 numbers. So on the progress page we can see here in April we had 337 trips submitted, slightly down on the March number, but still one of the better numbers we've had since starting this project. And you can see there we have a total of 2,498 trips already logged in the system, covering 147,000 miles or 236,000 kilometers. Thank you to everyone who has submitted data into the system so far. Here's our summary page. Along the bottom you see the same information that I've just spoken about, and here there are a couple of breakdowns based on Polestar 2 model, preheating, wheel size, one pedal driving, aircon, road conditions, driving style. The number you see there, 3.1 or 3.2, is the miles per kilowatt hour. Here we have the top contributors for April. So once again, thanks very much to every name on this page. It's great to have you submitting data with us. And the next page is the top contributors of all times as of the end of April. So there we see Polestar Warrior with 515 trips covering 17,544 miles. Today we're going to look at the numbers in miles per or kilometers per kilowatt hour. So here's the graph for the long range dual motor, and you can see from March the number has gone from 3.13 miles per kilowatt hour to 3.33, so a slight increase there. In kilometers that would be 5.04 kilometers per kilowatt hour in March, and 5.36 kilometers per kilowatt hour in April. So as you can see, as the weather warms up in the northern hemisphere here, you can see that the miles that we're getting per kilowatt hour is increasing as expected. Top right hand side here you see the averages across all the data in the system, no matter which month. So across all the data we see a 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour average, or 5.1 kilometers per kilowatt hour. Along the bottom you see the averages by month, but note that this is not only the latest month, this includes all months in the system. So we've been collecting data since September 2020. Okay, let's take a look at the long range single motor. So here we see again another increase from March, where it was 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour or 3.18 to be exact, and 5.11 kilometers per kilowatt hour. And in April this has moved on to 3.46 miles per kilowatt hour, or 5.57 miles per kilowatt hour. This is from 396 trips covering 16,700 miles or 26,900 kilometers. Taking a look at the standard range single motor. So again, we can see in March the numbers were 3.32 miles per kilowatt hour or 5.35 kilometers per kilowatt hour in March, and these have gone up in April to 3.84 miles per kilowatt hour or 6.19 kilometers per kilowatt hour. This is only covering 23 real world trips with a distance of 2,400 miles or 3,900 kilometers. So if you have a standard range single motor Polestar 2, please submit some data so that we can get more numbers into the system, and these numbers then give us a better idea of the real world numbers. This page here just shows the real world range broken down by the different models. So on the left hand side we have this standard range single motor with a 67 kilowatt hour battery, and you can see there in March the range was 237 miles or 382 kilometers, and in April that's gone up to 250 miles or 402 kilometers. If we compare only the April numbers for the three different models, so the standard range single motor, you can't really compare to the other two because it's got a different battery size. But if we have a look at the long range single motor, you get 260 mile average in April, while on the long range dual motor you get a 250 mile average. So 10 miles difference to have the single motor version. Is this difference as small or as large as you expected? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Then we have the model comparison. So this one just dumps all the numbers onto one page. So we have the long range dual motor on the left, long range single motor in the middle, and standard range single motor on the right hand side. And you can see there the number of trips, the number of miles or kilometers, the kilowatt hours per 100 miles or kilometers, and then the miles or kilometers per kilowatt hour. So if we have a look at the miles per kilowatt hour, you can see it's 3.2 across all the data for the long range dual motor, and it's also 3.2 for the long range single motor across all the months. In the standard range single motor, we've seen an increase there to 3.7. This next page is the same data again, but this is only for April 2022. So this will give us a better comparison, whereas the previous page takes the averages across all the data in the system, so winter months, summer months, everything. This one here is comparing only 1 month, which is April 2022 for this report. And here we see long range dual motors giving 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour. The long range single motors giving 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And the standard range single motor is giving 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour. That translates into a range of 250 miles for the long range dual motor, 260 miles for the long range single motor, and 250 miles for the standard range single motor with a smaller battery. Don't forget, at the end of the report you will see a breakdown of the numbers by country. So if you want to go and have a look at your country, then you can compare the different models within your country and see how your range is comparing to these. That's it for this month. Nice short video. The report is now available on the website, so please go and take a look at it and let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you need any more information, put the comments there and I will respond. Thanks for watching this month's update, and I look forward to bringing you more data next month.